those attributes were necessary for a monarch, especially a queen, as long as they were properly balanced by a true concern for others. So I wasn't scared she would ever do something like that again, to me or to anyone else, but it didn't stop the occasional nightmare, or the shiver I got when she assumed her cold and queenly voice. I shook off the thought. Ava had only been queen for 2 days, and Evelyn and I had helped to make that happen. Now was a time for celebration. I was wearing a dress that would have cost my parents an entire month of their earnings, and I looked incredible. I refused to think any but happy thoughts. I returned to twirling in front of the mirror and imagining the look of horror that would soon be on Evelyn's face. The smile was back within seconds. I was just wondering how I would ever bear to take the dress off when the door opened. Finally! I turned around to confront the latecomer, but to my surprise it was Mathilde, not Evelyn, who was letting herself into the room. "Still wearing it," she smiled at me. "I can't bear to take it off." I stroked the material lovingly. "How did yours fit?" "As excellently as I can see yours does. They must have been up all night working on them." "From what I understand, they had just about every seamstress in the city working shifts. They did a marvellous job." "Oh, that's right. You talked to the head seamstress, didn't you?" "Yes, I couldn't risk them putting us in something horrid." I scrunched up my nose at the thought. "I shouldn't have worried, though. They'd already picked out the material, and it's perfect. They were friendly, too. The head seamstress is splendid, and was even interested in some of my suggestions. The sashes were my idea." I pointed at the light gold sash that highlighted my trim waist. It was the perfect complement to the deep rose of the dress, and I felt yet another glow of satisfaction. The Rangmere court wasn't going to know what hit them. I grinned. "She's offered to work with me to design some dresses when all of the excitement is over, too. I can't wait." Mathilde glanced at the second untouched dress lying across the bed. "I take it Evelyn hasn't found the time to try her dress on?" Mathilde's voice mirrored my own amusement. "Has she even seen it yet?" "I don't think so." I shook my head. "And don't you dare spring it on her when I'm not around. I have a score to settle with her. You wouldn't believe how she laughed at me yesterday. I think this dress is the perfect way to do it." The smile crept back onto my face. I knew Evelyn thought I should take life a little more seriously, but I just didn't see the point. If I could simply choose to be happy and see the lighter side of things, why in all the kingdoms wouldn't I? "I wouldn't dream of it," Mathilde said earnestly. The Arcadian girl had been a good friend to me in the weeks we had spent as Ava's protectors. Now that Ava had succeeded in winning her kingdom, I wished Mathilde was staying in Rangmere instead of heading straight back to Arcadia as soon as the wedding and coronation were over. "You'll need to get back into your regular clothes now, though," Mathilde continued. "We're all due in the gold sitting room for some sort of official pre-wedding lunch. Apparently it's a Rangmere tradition for the bride's party. You'd better bring both dresses. I think we'll all be getting dressed there, too." With a sigh, I slipped out of the beautiful dress and into my regular clothes. "I'll be wearing you again soon," I promised the dress as I laid it out on the bed on top of Evelyn's. When I turned around, Mathilde was laughing at me with her eyes. "Come on, then," she said. "So, I hear you've already got your eye on a couple of the young noblemen," said Mathilde, as we made our way through the castle. I laughed. "Who told you that? Evelyn? Ava?" "That's not a denial." Mathilde raised her eyebrows at me. I smiled with self-satisfaction. "And why should I deny it? Clearly this court needs to be whipped into shape, and I'm just the girl for the job." Mathilde chuckled. "Well, that's probably true." "Of course it's true." I was about to launch into a more detailed explanation when we were accosted from a side corridor. Turning, I saw a group of young nobles approaching us. I recognised several of them as the richest and most popular young people at court, but I wasn't familiar with the one leading them. He was tall and broad-shouldered, and with his wavy dark gold hair, just on the long side of short, he was exactly my type. I privately admitted that, if I had seen him before, he would have gone straight to the top of my list of attractive Rangmere men. I would have been astonished to find out that any